Hello friends, my name is Mr. Nalode JK. Today I am going to cover the topic of air standard Otto cycles derivation. Air standard cycles are the cycles which are derived depending on the number of assumptions. These assumptions are nothing but heat added by hot spot and heat rejected by cold spot. The working medium is air and it obeys all the standard gases laws, that is PV raised to gamma is equal to constant. Now Otto cycle, we will derive the derivation for Otto cycle. Now in this figure, this is PV and TS diagram for a standard Otto cycle. Now in the PV diagram, there is a process 0 to 1 and 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 and 4 to 1, from which 1 to 2 is a compression process and 3 to 4 is the expansion process. These two processes are reversible adiabatic processes. That means the heat flow through walls remains constant. So that's why it obeys the law PV raised to gamma is equal to constant. Now here in this graph, heat addition takes place at constant volume, and in this TS figure the cycle is shown by 1, 2, 3, 4. Here from process 2 to 3 and from process 4 to 1, volume remains constant. Now we will illustrate this cycle for air standard thermal efficiency of Otto cycle. Process 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is a compression process. It is also a reversible adiabatic process. And the fluid goes from state 1 to state 2. Also obeys law PV raised to gamma is the constant. Now process 2 to 3, now here it is a heat addition takes place at constant volume. We can see from the state 2 to state 3 the volume is a straight line. That means it is a constant, it is unchanged. Heat addition at constant volume. Now heat supplied can be calculated by formulae Q is equal to MCV delta T. Delta T means the temperature changes from 2 to 3. That means T3 minus T2. Now process 3 to 4. This is the expansion process. where piston goes from top dead center to bottom dead center, and here volume also expands. It also obeys law PV raised to gamma constant. And also it is a reversible adiabatic process. That means heat flows through wall remains constant. Now the process 4 to 1. It is also known as heat rejection process. Here also heat is rejected at constant volume. Hence we can see in this line, in this graph, for volume V, 4 to 1 is a straight line. Now heat rejected is calculated by, again formula Q is equal to mCV delta T. Here change in temperature T4 to minus T1. T4 minus T1. Now these are the 4 processes of Otto cycles. Now we will analyze this cycle to find out its thermal efficiency. Thermal efficiency of Otto cycle. It is nothing but the heat supplied minus heat rejected divided by heat supplied. Now putting this value into this equation, heat supplied is mCV T3 minus T2 minus mCV T4 minus T1 divided by, again heat supplied, mCV T3 minus T2. Now cancelling out these terms, the equation becomes 1 minus T4 minus T1 divided by T3 minus T2. So this is the formula for thermal efficiency of Otto cycle. Now again we will simplify it. Now compression ratio is denoted by small r, which is nothing but the V1 upon V2. The volume compressed from state 1 to state 2, which is denoted by V1 and V2, and expansion ratio denoted by small re, is equal to V4 upon V3. Now from this equation we can understand that these all V4 upon V3 is equal to V1 upon V2 according to the PV diagram. Now again we will simplify this equation. As the compression and expansion process is isentropic with the same volume ratio, we can rewrite this equation T2 upon T1 is equal to V1 upon V2 gamma minus 1 bracket raised to gamma minus 1 and T4 upon T3 is equal to V3 upon V4 bracket raised to gamma minus 1. Gamma is nothing but the ratio of heat addition at constant pressure upon heat addition at constant volume. Now since V2 is equal to V3 and V1 is equal to V4, the equation becomes T2 upon T1 is equal to V1 upon V2 bracket raised to gamma minus 1, which is nothing but R compression ratio raised to gamma minus 1. Now putting these values in the thermal efficiency formulae, we get efficiency is equal to 1 minus big bracket R raised to T3 upon gamma minus 1 minus T2 upon R raised to gamma minus 1 divided by T3 minus T2. Now this simplification of equation 1 minus 1 upon R raised to gamma minus 1. This is the final formulae for thermal efficiency of Otto cycle. Now from this equation we can understand that the compression ratio is very important factor, and by increasing the compression ratio we are able to get the higher thermal efficiency. Now from in this graph, the R is the compression ratio which is plotted against the air standard efficiency. Now there are three values of gamma for monoatomic, diatomic and triatomic. So from this graph we are able to understand that as the R value, compression ratio value increases, the thermal efficiency also increases. Now here are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 values. Now from this 6 to 10 value, this is the window for Otto cycle. This compression ratio range is for Otto cycle. So there is a term which is called as the highest useful compression ratio, which is very important. As we know, the compression ratio is if we increase from the certain limit, say above the 10 value, then there is a chances of abnormal combustion in case of SI engine, and that are harmful for the SI engine, which can destroy the engine components like cylinder head, piston, etc. So this range must be followed. Okay, thank you.